What's up, everybody? From quarantine, we 6, and we got the internet working.
I'm so proud of you.
Dude, you have no idea, but it's all set. It's all done. It's all done.
What a happy boy you are.
No glitches, nothing.
Did you really say your modem was from 87?
Dude,
that's not possible, right?
Anything's possible. Donald Trump's our president. Right? How's everybody doing in week 6 of quarantine?
So over it.
Feels like week 1.
Joe's always been in quarantine.
It's so funny because Joe Buffet is in heaven, right? Like, this is your wheelhouse, dude.
Yeah, I got another new game today, so I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Oh, can we talk about that for 1 second?
Yeah, you can
Cool. We can talk about whatever we want.
So Gatto sent me Watch Dogs.
Yeah, which I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
I like Watch Dogs 2, but Watch Dogs 1's kind of ass.
I couldn't get out of like the first mission. I couldn't even get out of the arena in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
It was driving me nuts. And then I started to like try to play other things. I shut it off and I put the controller away. I'm too old for video games.
I'm older than you.
Yeah,
there.
but like you never stopped. Like I used to be a savage with like Nintendo and PlayStation and you know all those games. But I stopped playing since I had my son, I guess, really. And it's passed me by. Like just operating the Xbox One interface, I'm so confused, dude. I have no idea what's going on.
This is
a week.
This is the first step on that way to now you won't be able to use a TV remote.
Yeah.
Like my parents, they're like, I don't know what to
do it for me.
Yeah. How do I turn on the TV?
You got to learn for your kid. You're going to want to interact with your kid.
I guess I'll keep playing, dude. But I don't want to spend all this money on like subscriptions and like I wanted to download FIFA and then it was like, well, you need to have an EA Sports Pass and
no EA sucks,
dude. Like I'm not doing all that, man. You know. So I called Gatto and I was bitching at him, like I was asking him for his help, and I was like bitching at him, telling him I'm old and blah blah blah. And then 4 minutes later, I got an email for a delivery confirmation. He sent me. The old NES Mini that has all the games on it.
Nice.
I already have it though, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's
Don't
funny.
need it.
So before we get going, man, I have 2 guests that I want to bring in now because they're here and they're in the waiting room. They're nondescript, they're anonymous. They're friends of mine. They both just recovered from the full-blown corona.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I figured,
God bless.
you guys want to talk to him for a minute or 2?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, I'm bringing him in right now. It's his he's anonymous. We're not going to say his name.
Well,
yeah, he's anonymous to the world, not to us, because we can clearly see his name. Caller, are you there?
Caller is here.
So you told me we've been friends a long time. We checked in on one another, and I hadn't heard from you, and unbeknownst to me, you had full blown corona.
Rona.
Tell me about it, man.
It just kind of showed up as extreme fatigue on a Monday night, and by like 5 p.m. I felt like I had just run a marathon. And then when I woke up the next day, I guess it was April 1st, funny April Fool's Day.
right.
It felt like the flu. So for like the first week, it kind of felt like the flu, but it was different in the sense that it kind of came and went. So you know how to deal with the flu. Your body knows how to, sit and, just conk out for a week. What was different about this is that you'd have the flu, but then you'd be okay 2 hours later. And then you would try and walk across the room and realize you barely could.
Really?
So it came and went, which unfortunately has been the recovery also.
What was the breathing like, though? You were telling me about your lungs.
I personally it hit my lungs, yeah. Other people in my family, other adults in my family didn't have the lung thing. But it was it was labored breathing. It felt like I don't even know what it felt like. It felt like you had asthma, I guess.
No puking, right?
Unfortunately, there were also GI problems.
Oh,
Yikes.
man.
your significant other also had it?
Yep.
Does
Yeah.
I see she's in the waiting room. Obviously, you shared. You want me to punch her in?
No, I think I'm using her computer, so I think that's what you're hearing.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I see. Okay. All right. So so that means you're on this computer. Let me.
It's the way you're doing it. It's fine. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned like at some point you got really nervous. What happened?
Just breathing. Well, so yeah, I'll tell you about that. Just laying down. And you know, when we're little and we have a cough, our moms prop us up. So you know, we all kind of have this knowledge. What was different about this is that I didn't have a cough, and I think that night I laid down to take a nap that day, and I realized that my own body weight on whatever it is that anatomically that lays on top of your lungs, it was pressing down so much on my lungs that I couldn't lay down anymore. I had to get up.
Wow.
So when I started walking around, it was okay. But by then the panic had set in.
And they say sitting still hurts. Like you got to move around. You got to do breathing exercises. It helps a ton. That's what I've heard.
Yes. The way that it presents with me is that it goes. So now it's 4 weeks, almost exactly. This month, today's Saturday, so Monday will be 4 weeks. So it goes away and then it comes back. And when it comes back, so it goes away for 2 or 3 days and I feel almost normal. And then all of a sudden I'll be sitting there on that third day or around the third day and just be like, oh boy, breath is shallow. And then unfortunately the panic probably, or the anxiety feeds into the difficulty of breathing.
Uh-huh.
So by now, and I got on a Zoom call with my doctor right away 4 weeks ago, and I took a course of antibiotics, and she sent me 2 inhalers. So at least psychosomatically, I think taking the inhalers makes me feel like I'm addressing the problem.
They didn't put you on the hydroxychloroquine or anything like that?
No, no one so everyone in my family spoke to their own individual doctor over Zoom, and everyone got the same treatment. Basically a course of antibiotics and
Z-Pack?
What's that?
Z-Pack?
For me and my significant other, for 2 other people in my extended family, a course of antibiotics. I don't know what they were.
You didn't shoot up straight Clorox cleanup into your vein?
Yeah, the president says that works.
President of what?
The president says that works. Yeah.
You didn't get any lights? You didn't swallow any UV lighting, or?
Well, I mean, I went out in my backyard today. I caught some rays.
Let me ask you a question.
That'll do it. Right.
So everybody's good. Everybody's well. All right. That was. I just wanted to check in and see. I wanted the world to hear from somebody who actually has it, because nobody knows anybody who's had it.
Now I do.
Yep. Yeah. You weren't hospitalized, were you?
No. No. None of us were. There were about 6 adults in my extended family that had it. And there are scary things. Obviously, the breathing we talked about, but also some of us have chest pains that we've never had in our life. So that's of course, your mind goes immediately to the worst. So that's continuing. So what I'm saying to my friends who maybe live in different states or different parts of the country is that I'm a 40-year-old male in my 40s. And I'm otherwise completely healthy. And there I was gasping for air. So, how this is going to hit our elderly loved ones is scary, or someone with an underlying condition. And I think, unfortunately, that's the majority of the, whatever it is now, 50 to 60,000 fatalities.
Would you say you're on the mend? Or is he sort of parabolic? You're up and you're down, you're up and you're down.
Yeah, no, the best news we had, both me and my significant other this week, is that we had 3 good days and then a bit of a relapse.
Okay.
In the previous 2 weeks of our so-called recovery, we would have 2 good days and then a relapse, 2 good days and a relapse. So this is if that, whatever you'd call it, if that window of health is getting longer, then that's a good thing.
That's good to hear. God bless.
You're done with the antibiotics?
Oh yeah, it was a Z-Pack, so it was 5 days. So that was 3 weeks. Yep. I don't think I could tell you anything more about our experience, except how unusual it is. Like I think I said at the beginning of the call, you know what to do with almost all of your ailments. We've all had the flu. We've all had a cold. We've all had some sort of cough. This is an unusual cocktail of symptoms. So I think, and the word novel, right? I don't know if it's still in media that much, but the novel coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's that I appreciate that word more and more, because the symptoms that we've been going through the past 4 weeks are unique, therefore novel.
Did you give it to your other, or did she give it to you?
Yeah. Do you know where you got it?
Yeah. Who's giving it to who?
And do you forgive each other?
Don't pull that thread, man.
Yeah.
That way lies madness.
Good word. They heard your chuckle, I'm sure.
Yeah. Nowhere to go. So.
It was actually kids that were the messengers and who didn't get sick. Little kids that are little kids didn't get sick, but all the adults did.
Your son or your son?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you stayed quarantined, unlike Chris Cuomo.
Why? What's Chris Cuomo done?
They just caught a guy who found him when he was supposedly just after he was diagnosed, and he had coronavirus. He went out with his family, and now his wife and his son have it.
Fredo.
Little Mario.
So he went out and they caught him, and now he's threatening the guy who caught him and released all that to the media.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
It's not
crazy
the guy's
stuff.
fault. It's his fault for going out.
Yeah, he shouldn't have went out when he was diagnosed too.
Right.
Here's a interesting theory. You know how we love to throw these around on this show.
Sure.
A couple months ago, what was in the news before the coronavirus hit? What was a big thing in the news that you haven't heard anything about? Physical. What were they cracking down on? Kids were doing it in schools. They were locking down on the bathrooms. What was happening?
Vaping.
Everybody was vaping. And what happened to all these people? There were all these crazy deaths, right, from vaping, and it was a big lung issue. So somebody brought up the theory. You haven't heard a thing about it anymore, right? Someone brought up the theory that they always say that and Joe, we have said this on the show. The second round is always the worst round, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying like that was round one. Like the coronavirus has been here since October, November. That was round one, and all of those vaping deaths, it was just firing through the schools, and people were dying, and they didn't know how to describe it. Or what was really causing it.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And now they're saying that this is actually round 2, and that's why it's so bad.
I thought it was because the kids were getting that janky juice made from China, and it was because it had vitamin
China
E
again.
in it.
Oh, China.
Because it had there was like they were taking
Oh.
vials and not cleaning it, and there was vitamin E in it. And vitamin E you can vape in, and it'll just coat your lung,
Dennis,
and you can't get that off.
I did hear some bona fide research come out of France yesterday, which is probably the most contradictory evidence you'd ever expect in this, and that is that smokers are not getting COVID.
Yeah.
I heard the exact opposite, though.
The French would say that.
No, I've heard
And they would go like this.
Smokers are having some kind of resistance to it.
They're saying that's why Italy had the issue they had. They all smoke, and
That may have been you're right, Mike. That might have been early, but now that the more hard data has been collected, the amount of smokers who have been hospitalized worldwide is inexplicably low compared to the amount of non-smokers who have been hospitalized worldwide.
A smoker's lungs and the environment in a smoker's lung isn't conducive to life, so no COVID could take hold.
Honey, get me a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, smoke up some Newports,
I haven't had a cigarette in a long time, man. I could
Marlboros.
really use one.
Not too late.
I'll tell you what. Last week I was depressed. Today I feel good. Today I feel good.
You seem lighter.
You do.
What were you reaching? Were you thinking about getting a pack of Marlboro Reds? Were you that depressed, Mike?
No, I'm actually I always think about a pack of Marlboro Reds, but
Sunshine did
I
it.
didn't do it. The sun, dude. Days like today, I mulched my whole backyard. I couldn't have been happier. I mulched my neighbor's yard.
We rescheduled for you to mulch?
Dude,
You had to mulch, bro.
we were supposed to podcast at 1:00, and I was like, it's too nice out. You can't, like, who wanted to? You guys were definitely outside today, right? Maffei,
Yeah.
you brought your video games outside?
No, I stayed inside. A Saturday outside in my neighborhood is a free-for-all. Not going out.
No, we went out. We took
Nope.
a little walk around the old neighborhood.
No bullshit.
Some of my neighbors were having a party.
Dude, no bullshit. Right now, my fucking neighbors are having a party. A blowout.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, people are getting real close outside today.
So
My neighbor down the road, I love them all, but they were having a barbecue. They had kids playing with each other.
Yep.
I don't know.
And I feel bad for them. I love them.
Too
I feel
soon?
bad. It's way too soon.
It is too soon, but it is their right.
Anonymous caller, Corona survivor, too soon?
I mean, all I can say is nobody knows.
No.
It's scary.
And if people aren't going out of their way like you guys are right now to talk to someone who actually had it, then they maybe wouldn't know that gasping for air, you barely wish that on your enemy.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that's terrifying to me.
Scary as hell.
I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to identify it. I'm like gasping for air when I get up and go to the bathroom. I don't know.
Is this
Are you a
COVID or
smoker?
poor cardiovascular?
Did I have too many pork rinds, or
Yeah.
is this COVID?
Go get a pack of cigarettes.
There you go.
I'm ready.
Today's smoking is going to save some lives.
Anonymous caller, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, anonymous caller.
Thank you.
All right, let's for now I would recommend that everybody, go do what you can to wait it out and stay safe, because you don't want,
How long?
Not saying how long.
I don't know.
Anonymous caller, can you put the chuckler on the phone, please?
Let's get anonymous. Hand it over to Chuckler.
Can you, Betty Rubble, how are you? You had Corona?
I sure did.
Let me ask you, I have one question for you. Who took care of who?
Yeah, who dealt with it better?
Yeah, did Tom, did Anonymous caller, Anon one take care of you, or did you have to take care of him?
To be honest, we both kind of fended for ourselves.
Political answer.
I love it. You get your
That's
side of the
how
house,
bad
I'll
it
get
is.
mine.
That's how bad it is. You don't want anyone doing anything for you.
Really?
Wow.
And she was like 2 days behind me, so she was able to help me the first 2 days. But yeah, then for a while there, you're just kind of like in a zombie state. And I only realize now things that weren't even registering. And you guys have probably read about the loss of smell and taste.
Yeah,
Yes.
is that accurate?
That is.
No shit.
Wild.
Like nothing you've ever, because it also didn't come with congestion. So your whole life, whenever you've been sick and you couldn't taste things, it was like this, like, oh my God, I can't say, oh, I'm so sick, I can't. But it was
Wow.
me talking in this voice and nothing.
Wow.
I
mean,
no,
that's
I
a-
didn't have it.
That's a perfect time to try things.
Yeah.
Escargot, right now.
That's what
Frog's
I was
legs.
talking
Hit me up.
about. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Sure
Yeah.
you were.
When you guys communicated the disease to one another, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, that was an excellent sushi dinner. It was our last sushi dinner.
All right. That's all that matters. See, isn't there something so good about being anonymous, right? All right. Well, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to add, we'll let you go.
No, you're going to have to hang up or he's not going to stop talking. You know that.
I do know that, and we don't have that much time left. So you're welcome to stay on for the rest if you want. And you can hang up anytime you want to.
All right.
Nothing
we had ended that segment, but he's back in already. We actually have a segment at the end of this show while we're in quarantine that anonymous caller would be phenomenal at. It's called the 1 minute monologue. So when the Zoom tells us that we have 1 minute left, you just grab the nearest book and you start to read it.
Yeah, you could do that.
until it
Gotta
shuts
find a
off.
book?
Until it shuts off. I have 3 books right next to me.
I got a book.
I would
Coloring?
like to point out that I have Sun Tzu's Art of War.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
I have the Celestine Prophecy,
Love it.
and my favorite, the Communist Manifesto.
Oh, look at that.
What do you have, Dennis the Intern?
Dennis the Intern has Soon I Will Be Invincible.
Ooh.
Great book.
You guys have
Okay.
weird literature. I don't have any books. I don't even read.
You don't have like a math problem book next to
Yeah.
Nothing. Not even a game manual. I have nothing. Everything I do
Wow.
is on screens.
you? Yeah, you don't.
So, real quick, guys, if you don't mind, I want to talk about something that I got today.
Mm.
It is this beer. It's called All Together. It was made by a brewery in Brooklyn called The Other Half. They created this recipe and then they released it online for free, along with all the marketing and the labels. And
Are you
they
getting
said,
paid? Are you getting paid for this?
I am not. But what happens every time you buy this beer, a donation is made to help people in the hospitality industry that right now aren't working. And they told breweries, home brewers, whoever, everyone around the world, make this beer, sell it with this can, donate some of the proceeds to help the hospitality industry in your area. And right now, last I checked, there are 694 separate independent brewers are making this recipe, selling it with their own cans and the other label on the back in 43 countries and 41 states.
But if it's
How
made by
great
the
is
other
that?
half, how are we all together? It's mathematically impossible.
It's the other half makes the beer, Joe.
Then
and
we're not
it's
all
called-
together.
It's all together. Well, we're all in this together. What did I say that? We're all on different boats, but in the same storm.
You and your village again.
I know, Joe. I'm going to get you into my village. So this was shared with me by a very good friend, and I want to share it with our listeners. Go out to a local craft brew, curbside, pick up some, and it's good stuff. I don't like IPAs, but this is delicious.
Mike, did you get some?
I didn't, but I should.
Obviously, we're not all really together.
I will tell you, I will look up for you guys breweries down by you,
Mm-hmm.
and
Shipping doesn't work at your house, huh?
no, it doesn't. Well, I just
Got
found
it.
out about this beer today, so get up all the way off.
So
my
it's in
back
the mail
about
already.
it. Yeah, it's in the mail.
I will tell you this: I have some friends that were or are in the hospitality industry that are making more money now, staying at
Yes.
home than they were.
Oh, because of unemployment,
Yeah, unemployment. The
side gigs.
stimulus packages. No,
Mhm.
just staying home.
They say that unemployment is going to pay a lot of people more than they would have done
Yeah.
with jobs, and a lot of people are going to have problems going back to work.
Yeah, you know who's getting screwed? People who are working under the table, like really under the table, like hairdressers.
Contractors
Do you know one?
You know what I
who
mean?
put like pools in, sprinkler people, they're all doing terrible.
Yeah, that's funny. My sprinkler guy didn't call me yet.
That's interesting.
Usually he has by now. I hope he's
You can't
alive.
just turn a knob and turn it on.
I could, dude, but I feel I open my own pool. I should just turn my sprinklers on.
Yeah.
But I feel
Yeah.
like if something's wrong, he's liable for it.
No.
Really?
He's going to tell you what's wrong and bill you.
Maybe I'll just turn it on. Not that they need to be turned on yet.
You know how to work the timer?
Yeah.
All right, then you're good.
Come on, bro.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know how skilled you are. Took us
You
like
got-
a week to get internet up.
So that I went through hell in a handbasket, bro. I called Verizon. I had Comcast, Optimum Online. They were shit. So I couldn't wait for Verizon. Fiber optic, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't wait for it to get here. Dedicated line, huge bandwidth, fast speeds. It finally comes to my town. I get it. My internet sucks.
Yeah.
I have no idea why. I figure out, I've had it for years now. I figure out today what the problem was. I call to complain about my internet. And they say, well, you don't have a modem on file. You're not renting a modem from us. You didn't buy one from us.
Oh, it's not registered.
Where did this modem come from? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's a Verizon modem. Like, you gave it to me. So the argument, I was on the phone for 6 hours.
Yeah.
I finally got to, send me to the manager. I want to disconnect. I got to that guy, right?
Oh, you got to the what's it called
Retention.
retention specialist.
Yeah. So he not, and they were not playing, man. Like, they're like, go back to Optimum. They didn't want to give me anything. So I had to cancel, like, to keep my bill the same. I canceled HBO because I work in production. I know very well. First of all, there's very few shows I watch on HBO, but I know very well that nothing's in production. So for the next year and a half, nothing new is coming out on HBO that I can't, So I canceled that, and I had them send me a new modem. The newest modem that they have, they just started putting it out. My modem, we finally figured out where it came from. Before my wife moved China, before she moved in with me, she had Verizon where she lived. That was almost 5 years ago or longer. That modem, somehow they hooked that modem up when they hooked Verizon up into this house. So Pam's
fault.
It's Pam's fault.
Lovely and talented screwed you.
That modem is like from the 80s, bro.
It was the next version over putting the handset.
What year is it now in your reality?
It's 93, bro. But listen, this like you guys right now, I feel like you're sitting in the room. Like we are seamless. The last 4 weeks have been complete hell. We're yelling at Dennis the Intern because he's got DSL. He was not the problem. It was my 1987 modem from my wife.
Oh my God!
The problem, me.
So I was on the phone with Verizon, yelling, begging, screaming, please help me. We can't do anything for you. I get a new company comes in here. I have to run the line out myself because I don't want techs inside the house. I run a line outside. They wire it up. I'm finally surfing the internet here at a decent speed, and I didn't have to go through any of it. It's because of your stupid Matthew Broderick from Ward Games modem.
Shall we play a game?
I had Comcast and everything worked great.
I mean, this is great. Like, I really am not uncomfortable with the way this is going down right now. I used to be very uncomfortable with it. I mean, we actually tried. I mean, well, let's let them behind the curtain, right? We tried to do this podcast
Thursday.
We tried to do it Thursday, and I was so depressed and shot out, and our internet was so bad that we just scrapped it.
We did 4 minutes of podcast, and then we just hung out and talked.
It was a tight 4 minutes, though.
Oh God, it was brilliant. I'm sorry you guys went over to hear it.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just throw that conversation onto the back of this episode. Just throw it up.
You can't.
I can't. Why?
Says his name.
Because.
I think we should just out Dennis the Intern.
No, we're not ready for that yet.
All right. You hear that music? It's a game we're going to play. It's called Top or Bottom. I'm going to give you two terms. You're going to tell me if these two things were in a relationship, which one would be on top and which one would be on the bottom. You guys ready to play?
Yes.
Abbreviated version only.
Is Anonymous playing?
Anonymous, you're still there. If you want to unmute and play, feel free. We're going to go Joe Maffei. We'll start with you. Top or bottom, number one.
Okay.
Corona and beat it or dodge that bullet?
What the hell? That's not even a question. Dodge that bullet. That's what I'm hoping to do.
I don't know, man. Like, people are saying if you get those antibodies, you can't get it again. But I guess that's not proven.
I'd rather dodge the bullet like the flu every year or a bunch of other sicknesses you social people get. So,
Anonymous caller, are you there? I really want to hear. If you knew that this coronavirus, you had the antibodies now and you could just go out and do whatever, how would you answer that question? Would you want coronavirus and have beaten it, or would you want to dodge the bullet and not get it at all?
I think I'd like to be a proud member of the bold new race.
Oh.
Interesting.
You got no choice now.
Yeah, you're in.
Dennis the Intern.
Oh, man. I dodged the bullet because, I mean, just hearing Anonymous's stories and hearing that, you know, the lingering effects, I'm telling you, I want to dodge the bullet. I do not want to be part of this new class of citizen.
No.
Dodge the bullet.
Yeah. If I knew that I can get it and it's not that bad, like, you don't know how bad it's going to be, right? Like, there's no guarantee that you're not going to die. There's no guarantee it's not going to be super bad.
We could all have it now and not even know it.
Dodge the bullet.
So weird.
I say dodge the bullet. Top or bottom, number two, news. Is it real or is it fake? I mean, come on. What's going on?
The news around the stories of Corona?
Just the news, bro. Like, I mean.
All the news.
Donald Trump makes a comment about a joke about cleaning supplies, and all of a sudden they run with it.
The news is stupid, is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's opinionated, and it's political, and it's partially fake all the time, all the outlets. Except PBR. We're on top of this shit.
We're not the news.
Yeah.
We're not the news.
We're telling it right now, though.
We're speaking truth.
Dennis.
I don't know. It's hard to tell anymore. You can't hear one story without 15 political opinions about it. Someone says it's going to rain today, and someone wants to blame the liberals. It's you're gonna have a snowstorm, and they want to blame conservatives. So it's hard. I don't even know where to get good news anymore.
It is hard.
It's hard to find news.
Has anyone been watching OAN? American
Is that the
America One News or One American One American News, dude? I've been watching that. I like it.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
The one that Trump's in love with, isn't it?
I mean, you have to between them, Fox, Al Jazeera's, and like CNN. You have to watch all of them.
You got to watch them all.
And then Crap Detect, right? Right, Dennis the Intern, Crap Detect?
You got to crap detect that.
That's what the girl that does the 5 minutes that the network news misses every week.
It might be.
Yeah, that's a good channel.
Top or bottom, number 3. Blue pill or red pill? Right now, in this moment, you get offered. He comes to you. What the hell was his name?
Morpheus.
Morpheus comes to you. He says, Joe Maffei, take the blue pill, and it's all forgotten.
Can I go out? Can I go out in the other world?
You take the red pill and you fight the power.
Only if in the red pill world I can fight the power and I can go out
and be out in public
and get like paper towels and shit,
The most boring day of Neo's life.
Dennis.
Oh yeah. Which was the red pill? Which one wakes me up?
The red pill wakes you up.
I want the red pill.
Yeah, but you don't want the red pill. You're so blue pill. Like,
yeah, he's so blue pill.
You're still voting for Hillary Clinton right now.
I'm not still voting for Hillary Clinton.
You're still mailing in ballots for her.
I'm part of that fraud. No, I'm not. No, red pill. I want to know. I want to know what's going on.
Dennis, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
When this shit hit the fan, did you call anybody and then say, "Hey, man, like, can I borrow a gun? You have a gun? Like, how do I get a gun?" Did those words or thoughts leave your lips across your mind?
I've got a couple shotguns sitting right here, next to me.
You're not that leftist then.
For real?
I'll go grab them right now. I got 2.
Dude, I'm conservative, and I didn't even think about needing a weapon.
I got a beautiful over/under Browning, and I got a nice little 410.
Joe Biden becomes president, and he says, "I'm taking your guns away." Are you upset that you voted for him?
I'm not voting. I don't know who I'm voting for.
I know you're voting for Biden. We know you're voting for Biden.
I went third party last time.
So did I. Look what it got us.
It got us nothing. Got us at the punchline.
I'm red pill, man. I'm blue pill at work, but I'm red pill outside of work.
Blue pill at work for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, give me all the blue pills at work. But when I walk out of that building, I'm red.
As soon as you get into your car, red pill.
Top or bottom, number 4, Biden or Trump? Flat and simple, plain and simple.
Do I really need to speak? I'm not going for the hand puppet. I'm going for Trump again. I want to see what he does with another 4 years.
Dennis is. I'm still waiting for a third party candidate to pop up. I want to see what's going on.
That's not going to happen.
There's no way Joe Biden gets the nom for them. I'm sorry. He's mentally falling apart. He's
running for the Senate, isn't he?
He doesn't know what he's running for. But
he's running for dog catcher at Delaware.
There's no way they put him up. Somebody else has to come out, right? Like,
can they?
Unless they just don't give a shit. And they know they're going to lose anyway. So, but
Biden's the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I guess so. Because once he's on stage with Donald Trump, and it's over, man. The guy can't look so bad. He cannot put a sentence together. Do you think all of his frenulums are short?
Yes, all of frenulums.
1980 Tiki Tavi.
Oh boy.
I mean, the clip of him talking about when he was a kid and he used to go into he had long blonde hair on his legs and he used to go into the swimming pool and right, and all the kids used to come over and rub his hair. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't he introduce his sister as his wife?
Yes.
Did he really?
Yeah.
They were on opposite sides.
Yeah, I guess he trained for her to be on the left side and they switched it on him and he did not adapt. He could not roll with those punches.
It's all malarkey, Jack.
Dennis, we have no time for your game this week. We only have 4 minutes and 24 seconds left.
Oh, my goodness. Well, good.
At the 1 minute mark, we're going to bring in a new segment for the rest of the quarantine. It's going to be called the 1 Minute Monologue. Today, it's going to be Dennis the Intern. Next week, it's going to be Joe Maffei.
Okay, I'll get something to read.
Be prepared. You have 1 minute. You can just start reading it, and then the episode will eventually just
fall
like that. Okay?
Sounds good.
So, Dennis, you're prepared?
I'm prepared. I'm ready.
So before the 1 minute monologue starts, do you want to should we, it's a new segment, so let's hash it out. Should you start to talk about the book and why you're choosing that book? And
I don't,
or do we just bang into it?
I think we bang into it. I think it's better that way. We wait until it says less than a minute remaining, and we go into it. Wherever we're in the middle of talking about, we just stop, and you guys can continue your conversation, but whoever is doing the monologue powers through.
Wait. The other two
Do
people
we have to listen?
No, we listen, right? We don't interject, right?
No, we let the people listen, and we mute Dennis for us, right?
Oh my God, that's so the move. When we don't tell him, but we just mute him, and then you and I have a conversation. That's the way to do it.
Oh goodness, 3:11 on my part. What do you guys got left on your count?
I can't wait until you guys are sitting in this room.
I can't wait.
Oh, wow. Look at that. He wears his wedding ring. That's really nice.
Yeah.
You're married. Are you married to the well?
I'm married in the well.
Mike, what kind of ring you got on?
I have my wedding ring on. Oh, are you divorced? What happened?
What happened?
No, I got too fat. My ring doesn't fit anymore.
No, you see what happens is your finger grows around it.
Yes.
I want to just say thank you because I had a rough week last week. Even up and today was a great day. I want to thank you guys for being part of it. I miss you guys. I've also managed to get pretty shit canned in this last 40 minutes.
Good
for you.
Because I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh, yeah. I think after Thursday's show, Joe and we kept talking, and then you popped back on, thank goodness. And I think we kind of smoothed out. We flattened that curve because you were
on the ledge, bro.
I was on the ledge, dude.
We got to talk. We had to talk you down.
I was on the ledge, but today was such a good day, dude. The sun was shining. I went out. I helped my neighbors. My neighbors helped me. Less than a minute. It's the 1 minute monologue.
No, I still have a minute 55.
Not on mine. It says less than a minute. And I'm hosting.
Less than a minute.
So you better jump in there.
The good thing is we're all talking about good news and starting up, not bad news and going up the curb. So
I like
foiled again. This morning on planet Earth, there are 1,686 enhanced gifted.
So I muted him. I mean, I had to, right? I had to mute him. Does he know that he's muted?
Of these, 126 are civilians leading normal lives. 38 are kept in research facilities funded by the Department of Defense.
What are you reading? You didn't intro the book.
Yeah, I told you when we started. Soon I Will Be Invincible, a novel by Austin Grossman.
He did.
Why would you buy that?
Because I love books. 38 are kept in research facilities funded by the Department of Defense. Foreign equivalents.
This is the
226 are aquatic, confined to the oceans.
Let me whisper in
29 are strictly localized. Powerful Trees and Jenny Losi, the Great Sphinx and the Pyramid of Giza. 25 are microscopic, including the infinitesimal 7. 3 are dogs, 4 are cats, 1 is a bird. 6 are made of gas. 1 is a mobile electrical effect, more of a weather pattern than a...
I mean, again, how many people checked out of it?
This is unbelievable. Why did we let him do this?
I don't know.
77 are alien visitors.
Why can he unmute himself?
You just got to take that. It's in your settings. You got to turn that off.
You guys...
How do I kick him?
There you go.
Wait, the virtual kick.
Is he still reading? He's still there.
I'm still here. 678 use their powers to fight crime. What?
I removed him.
That's great.